What's up, Warhams? Let's get to Warhamming. We're back with another episode of Killteam. So I am working on getting some 9th edition, but with COVID going on, it's harder for me to play with more people. So I've been working on teaching myself and Lucas the new rules from 9th edition. So I will have a new video for that coming out shortly. But for now, we will be playing Killteam. So here are the Imperial Guard, which Lucas will be playing today. So we've got the leader, who's the sergeant. We've got a scout flamer, which is the guy flaming the air. We've got a demolitions flamer, which is the guy crouching and flaming. And our comms specialist, who is the guy with the voxcaster. I then have 2 more flamers from a special weapons team. And the rest are guardsmen. On the Chaos Space Marine side, we have our leader with Combi Bolter Power Axe, our Demolition Specialist with Heavy Flamer Power Axe, and our Heavy Specialist with Reaper Autocannon Chain Axe. We're back playing with Lucas again.
Here I am.
We're going to be playing Terror Tactics, the Killteam mission. You get 2 points for each model that you can successfully get through the enemy's deployment zone and off the table, which is a 12-inch box going straight back, roughly where Lucas and I have deployed, and then 1 point for each enemy model that you've taken out of action. So for deployment, there's no way I could win if I don't kill most of his models, so I'm just going to try and block his path. So I've spread out here, hoping to stop his movement forward. What is your plan, Lucas?
Well, I think basically to win, I have no chance of probably killing any of those guys, so I'm probably just going to try to run off the map with as many people as possible without trying to lead them all to their deaths.
Yeah, good. Probably a good plan.
Yeah.
So now we will roll off for initiative. So I rolled a 10. Lucas rolled 11. Lucas will be going first. Okay, so for my movement phase, I'm going to attempt to charge all of my models of this line of guardsmen here. So my heavy specialist is going to charge this lasgun guy here and that lasgun guy there.
I'm going to overwatch.
Okay, so 4 lasgun shots hitting on 6s.
6s?
Yep.
Oh boy.
No hits.
No hits.
Alright, so charge distance, 7. My demolition specialist is going to charge his regular flamer and this flamer and this guardsman right here. So you can overwatch with that flamer, so number of shots.
Yeah, I'm going to overwatch with the flamer.
Yeah, so 1 dice, number of shots. 4. So wounding on 4s.
1 wound.
1 wound. So 1 2-up armor. I take a wound. I'm gonna command point reroll that, so I'll go to...
Bold strategy.
Yeah. He makes it, barely. And then charge distance. 9. That's plenty. And then my champion is going to charge those 2 lasgun guardsmen right there. These 2 lasgun guardsmen right there.
Okay. I'll overwatch.
Alright, so 4 shots hitting on 6s. No hits. Charge distance. 9. So here's what it looks like after the movement phase. My 3 linebackers have charged in, hoping to tie up Lucas's line. What were your thoughts for movement?
Well, I have a 2-point conversion up. So, just you wait. For movement, I was just trying to advance forward, and I probably maybe should have been a little more conservative with the fact that you were just going to charge up the middle, so we'll see what happens.
There is no shooting this turn, since I am completely in combat, and we will move to the combat phase. So we'll start with charging models. I'll start with my champion, So he's got 4 attacks on the charge, and so I'll put 2 in the left guardsman and 2 in the right guardsman. So here's for the left guardsman. Hitting on 3s. 1 hit, 3s. No wounds. And then here's for the right guardsman. 2 hits. 2 wounds. So -2, so you don't get a save. 1 dice on the table. Flush wound. So this charging model, he's got his power axe. 2 on the flamer, 1 on the regular guardsman on the left. So 2 attacks on the flamer. 2 hits with the death to the false emperor. Still 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. So 1 dice on the table. Flush wound on the flamer. 1 attack on the guardsman on the left. Hits. No wounds. And then my heavy specialist, I will put 2 attacks on the guardsman on the left with the backpack, and 1 attack on the guardsman on the right. So 2 attacks for the left one. Death to the false emperor. 2 hits, 1 wound. You get a 6-up save. Hey, you made it. And then the guardsman. Whatever. Alright, so now your attack's back.
Okay, so...
You want to start left to right?
Yeah, so...
Alright, 1 attack from that guardsman into my Terminator champion. Misses. You're looking for 4s. The guardsman on the right of my champion.
With the canteen.
Yes, with the canteen. Hitting on 4s. 1 attack from the left guardsman, the regular guardsman on this flamer guy. Misses. The flamer guy into my flamer guy. Hits. You need a 5 to wound. And then the backpack guy into my heavy specialist. Hits. You need a 5. No. And then the last lasgun guy into my heavy. No. Alright, so that's the end of battle round 1.
Stay tuned.
So, initiative for battle round 2. 9. 10. So you get to go first again.
Sit.
So here we are after the movement phase. Lucas has broken out of combat and moved toward my deployment zone. He's getting scarily close. So I'm going to try a different tactic of shooting, because I actually get more attacks that way most of the time. So I've just moved in closer so that if I need to charge later, I'll still be right there near them. So we'll start off the shooting phase with Lucas's first not ready model. So who are you going to shoot with?
I'm going to shoot with my comm specialist back at your flamer.
Okay. So 2 shots hitting on 4s.
Nice.
My heavy specialist is going to shoot the wounded guy, and then I'm going to use the stratagem where I get an extra shot with my weapon. So I'll go down to one command point remaining. So I'll be shooting 5 shots. I'll put 1 into the wounded guy, and then 2 into the flamer, and then 1 into the backpack and Voxcaster. So the 2 in the flamer hitting on... No, the 1 on the wounded guy hitting on 3s. Miss. 2 into the flamer. 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. AP -1, so 6-up armor. And then on the table, flesh wound. So 1 shot into the Voxcaster, hitting on 3s. And 1 shot into the backpack guy.
Shoot that flamer into your
Into my flamer?
Into your flamer, yeah.
Okay. So number of shots. 5.
Shots.
Alright, wounding on 4s. So 2 wounds. 2 2-up armor saves. I will use a command point. Reroll this. Alright, my flamer takes a wound.
Wow.
I'll shoot my heavy flamer, number of shots. 3. So I'll split that between the 2 flesh wounded guys and the Voxcaster. So, flesh wound guy, wounding on a 3. So a 6-up armor save on your flamer.
Daddy needs a new. Oh.
Alright, so roll on the table. He's out of action.
Bam.
The flesh wounded guy, need a 3. So 6-up armor.
Mama needs. Hey.
Ugh. And the Voxcaster. Wound, so 6-up on him as well.
Nice.
Jeez.
2 6s, baby. I'm gonna use my leader's going to take a stab at shooting your dude.
Okay, 1 shot. He's within half range, so 1 shot hitting on 4s. Misses. Alright, and then my champion, he's gonna put 2 shots into your demolitions flamer, and then 1 shot into your backpack guy there and your leader. So 2 shots into the flamer, hitting on 3s, or 4s, because you're in cover. And then wounding on 3s, nothing. And then your leader hits, wounding on 3s, wounded, so 1 5-up.
Nice.
Wow. And then on your backpack guy, miss.
And yeah, my demo flamer.
Okay. Are you going to use that stratagem where you can wound me on 3s?
Yeah.
Alright. So you'll go down to 3 command points.
Let's do it.
And then number of shots.
Mama needs a new pair of socks.
So 3 hits. 1 wound. 2-up armor. Good. So we're going to fast roll 2 rapid fire las guns from these 2 guardsmen up here into my champion. So hitting on 4s. 4 shots. Yeah. Hitting on 4s. So 3 hits. And then wounding on 5s.
1 wound.
1 wound. 1 2-up armor. Good.
I'm going to shoot with this guy here.
Into my heavy.
Yep.
So 2 shots hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Wounding on 5s.
1 wound.
2-up armor. Good. That's the end of Battle Round 2. So now we will roll initiative for Battle Round 3. I'll be going first. So my movement phase is going to be pretty easy. I'm going to charge with everybody. I'm going to charge my champion into the 2 lasgun guardsmen and that flamer guardsman right there. So, do you want to overwatch or fall back?
I'm going to fall back with... Yeah, all 3.
All 3?
Yeah.
Even the flamer, cool. So you get a 3-inch move. So they have fallen further into the building, and I'm going to roll my charge distance. 5. Oof. So I was able to tag the flamer and that middle lasgun guy, but that front lasgun guy is still free. And now I'm going to charge this pocket of 3 with my heavy flamer. What do you want to do with them? So you're going to overwatch with these 3. So you can just fast roll. So 6 dice hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. No wounds. Alright, charge distance. 4. Plenty. Just gonna pack in there. He's gonna ready, and then we'll move on to your movement phase. Here we are after the movement phase. So Lucas has advanced to everybody who wasn't in combat. So he's got quite a few guardsmen coming out here toward the exit zone, trying to leave the battlefield. Got those 3 tied up, and those 2 tied up, and there's a few stragglers up here that hopefully I'll be able to shoot with my autocannon. So I'm going to try and get this guy before he leaves. So I'm going to shoot all 4 shots into this flamer that's flesh wounded. I'm going to use a command point for my stratagem to get an additional shot. So I'm going to be shooting 5 shots into this heavy flamer. So 4s to hit.
3 hits.
So strength 7, so 2s to wound. So 2 wounds. AP -1, so 6 up save. Alright, and then I roll on the table. So it would normally be a 4 up, but he's in cover, so it'd be a 5 up, but he's flesh wounded, so 4 up kills him. So that's it for shooting, and we'll move on to combat. So I've got my champion in there with those 2 guys. I'm going to put 2 attacks into the flamer and 2 attacks into the backpack guy. So we'll start with the flamer. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, no save, so I'll roll on the table. And that kills him. And now the backpack guy.
Use that backpack.
Death to the False Emperor, 1 hit. Still 1 hit. And then wounding on 3s. No armor save. 4, that kills him. Alright, champion.
Comeback kid here.
Yeah. And then this, so my flamer, my demolition specialist, he will attack these 3. He gets 3 attacks on the charge, so I'm going to put 1 into the flesh wound and 1 into the other 2 guys. So starting with the flesh wounded guy. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. That's frustrating. Okay. 1 into the Voxcaster. Misses, and this last other backpack guy. Hits with Death to the False Emperor. So 2 hits out of 1. And no wounds.
Nice.
So now your attacks back.
Alright.
Where do you want to start?
Start with my backpack man.
Oh, yep. Okay, so 1 attack, hitting on 4s.
And the Vox caster.
Okay, 1 hitting on 4s.
And then the last guy.
So he'll be hitting on 5s because he's flesh wounded. So all 3 miss.
Alright, and then I don't think I have any other attacks.
Yep, so we'll move to morale. So you only have 1 guy who needs to take a test. You've got 4 out of action. So you'll have -4 to your roll. But you've got 2 guys next to you, so that's an additional +2. So a 4 up will be a fail.
Okay.
So you need less than a 4.
Oh.
But you have a Voxcaster, so you can re-roll it.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Yeah, that's what the Voxcaster's for. Alright, so here's initiative for battle round 4. So I need to lose this roll off, I think. Not a good start.
Ooh.
Alright,
Very close.
I'm going first, unfortunately.
You know what they say, first is the worst.
I'm going to charge these 2 guys on the left that he's in combat with my heavy. So they can't overwatch because they're in combat, so charge distance. Double 1s. I'm going to go to 1 command point and re-roll it.
It's double snake eyes, okay.
He's like technically within an inch.
Yeah.
So I only reached the Voxcaster. So that's the only one I can keep there in combat with him. Now I'm going to do a multi-charge with my champion. I thought about charging these two guys, but they could just fall back off the table because they're within 3 of the board edge. So I need to charge these two guys.
So I'm going to... I'll overwatch
Okay.
those two.
Alright. So Sergeant first, 1 shot hitting on 6. Nope, and then 2 shots from the other guy hitting on 6s.
Nope.
Alright, so charge distance. 11.
So now...
Oh. So here we are after the movement phase. Those two guys that I couldn't charge fell out of combat and have moved here and there. And then those guys couldn't move because they were charged, neither could he. But the 2 guys that were standing here, they've now advanced off the table, and so have the 2 guardsmen that are over here. So Lucas is now at 10 points to my 4. So I need to kill just about everybody else to be able to tie this up. So there's no shooting this turn, so we'll go to combat. And I'll start with my charging model, which is this guy. So he's got 3 attacks on the charge at the Voxcaster, hitting on 3s. So 1 death to the False Emperor. So that doesn't generate more. So 3 hits, wounding on 3s. 1 wound, -1, so 1 6-up save. Got him. Alright, so I roll on the table. He's dead. They will consolidate, but before I do that, we'll go ahead and roll this. So I'm going to put 2 attacks into the Sergeant and 2 attacks into the Guardsman. So 2 into the Sergeant, hitting on 3s. Both miss. Perfect. And then 2 into the other guy, hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. Nothing. Alright, I'm going to use my last command point this turn for reroll. Alright. So now we will do morale. Alright, so you've got 1 flesh wounded guy who needs to take it, so he's got -5 to his roll because there's 5 out of action. So roll a dice. You need a...
So no.
Yeah,
He is
shaken.
not stirred.
So now we roll for variable game length. You get to roll.
Okay.
So on a 3-up, the game continues.
Game over.
Alright, your win streak is still live.